You like? You subscribe? Good, thank you. Now story time. Picture this, a teeny tiny island, sun, sand, the kind of place you dream about when you're stuck in a cubicle staring at your computer screen. The waves gently lapping at the shore, the sun casting a golden hue over everything. It's paradise, right? Well, not quite. Houses like seashells, all cute and colorful, palm trees swaying. That's where I was. It looked like a postcard come to life. But there's more to the story than just the picturesque scenery. Why? Don't ask. It was hot, sticky hot. The kind of heat that makes you feel like you're melting. The sun was relentless, beating down with no mercy. It was beautiful, but it was also brutal, like sleeping in a steamer trunk full of wet towels. Every breath felt heavy, every movement sluggish. The air was thick with humidity, making it hard to even think straight. My little bungalow? An oven. The walls seemed to radiate heat, turning the small space into a sauna. There was no escape from the oppressive warmth. So I did what any sane person would do. I decided to take matters into my own hands. Desperation can make you do crazy things. I climbed out the window, onto the roof. The cool night air was a welcome relief. From up there, the island looked peaceful, almost magical. It was the perfect spot to escape the heat and find a moment of tranquility. The roof was surprisingly comfy, terracotta tiles cool under the moon, a gentle breeze, the ocean sighing like a tired dog. I closed my eyes thinking, this isn't so bad. Famous last words. Thump! Something landed on my chest, light as a feather, but still. I opened one eye, a chicken, just chilling there staring at me. It clucked softly like it was saying, move over, buddy. I gently nudged the chicken aside. It was a cool, clear night, and the stars were twinkling brightly above. The air was crisp, carrying the faint scent of pine and earth. I had hoped for a peaceful evening under the stars, but it seemed the chickens had other plans. It waddled a bit, then settled down by my feet. I couldn't help but chuckle at its persistence. The chicken seemed determined to keep me company no matter how many times I tried to shoo it away. Its feathers ruffled slightly in the gentle breeze and it clucked softly, almost as if it was trying to communicate with me. Fine. Whatever. I was too tired to argue. The day's events had drained me and all I wanted was a moment of solitude. But the chickens had other ideas. They seemed to sense my exhaustion and took it as an invitation to gather around me. I closed my eyes again, trying to ignore the faint smell of, well, chicken. The ground was hard, but I was too weary to care. I could hear the soft rustling of feathers and the occasional cluck as the chickens moved about. It was oddly soothing in a way. More thumps, softer this time. I peeked. More chickens. They were gathering around me, forming a feathery circle. It was as if they were drawn to me, seeking warmth and companionship in the cool night air. They were coming out of the woodwork, or rather, the roof tiles, perching all around me. Their beady eyes glinted in the starlight and their soft coos filled the night. It was a surreal sight, almost magical in its own way, like I was some kind of weird human chicken coop. I couldn't help but smile at the absurdity of it all. Here I was, surrounded by chickens under a starry sky, finding an unexpected sense of peace in their presence. It was a night I would never forget. Section 4. Waking up to a chorus of clucking. The sun woke me up. The first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, casting a warm glow over the rooftops. It was a serene moment, one that could have been plucked straight out of a painting. Or maybe it was the rooster. His crowing was relentless, echoing through the quiet morning air like an alarm clock with no snooze button. He was perched on the chimney, belting out a tune that would make Pavarotti jealous. Or maybe just deaf. His feathers ruffled with each crow, as if he was putting his entire being into this morning performance. I sat up, covered in chickens. They were everywhere, clucking and pecking around me as if I was just another part of the rooftop landscape. They looked at me expectantly. Breakfast in bed? Their beady eyes followed my every move, clearly waiting for me to produce some sort of morning feast. I carefully climbed back through the window, vowing to invest in a fan. The cool breeze of a fan would be a welcome change from the cacophony of clucks and crows. Or maybe just make friends with the local butcher. A few less roosters in the neighborhood wouldn't be the worst thing. Rooftop slumber parties were definitely off the menu. The idea of a peaceful night under the stars had lost its charm, replaced by the reality of early morning wake-up calls from my feathered friends. Section 5. Lessons from a Roof Slumber Party. So, what did I learn from this experience? Don't underestimate the heat on a tropical island. And chickens? They're everywhere. But most importantly, always check your roof for feathered friends before you decide to camp out. You never know what kind of slumber party you might end up in.